Welcome back, authentic humans. Thank you for being here. Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that I'm seeing a lot of confusion around. And, you know, it's interesting. People throw the word healing around, and it's really interesting because what I'm starting to recognize is that there's a big misconception around that word. And a lot of the misconception comes from the the vision that the medical system has created on what health actually looks like. So I want you to think about your life right now, okay? And one of the seven areas of your life. So you can pick your health, your wealth, your your physical health, your wealth, your relationships with your partner, with your family, your home. And I want you to think about healing that aspect of yourself. And this is really important, okay? Because right now I want you to become aware of what it is you believe that your healing journey, what's the destiny going to bring you? What's the destination, right? So, as you're healing, what's your goal? And this is the part where there's a lot of misunderstanding, okay? Because the universal law and how existence works, okay? It's not even a law, it's just creation and existence. This is how it works, is intention becomes energy, becomes experience, period. That's just how existence works. So if your intention is to heal, we need to restructure that intention and what it looks like. Because when you're not reaching your healing goals, it's because your intention isn't aligned properly. Okay. Now, it's also important to understand that healing isn't about having a destination. It's not about getting to one place and being like, oh, okay, finally did it. That's awesome. It's recognition that every step of the journey, your vision is going to change. Your intention for your end game is going to change. Why? Because every single step of the way, you're going to learn more. You're going to learn more about who you are, what you want, what makes you happy. And you're going to learn more about what you're capable of. And this is the most important because this is what humanity came here to do. We came here to explore our potential. So, as you're, I'm going to use the word healing again, as you're healing, you're ultimately learning more about who you are and what you're capable of. So you're going to naturally want more. It's what it is. And it's natural. And it's really funny because how many people will say to me, "Oh, I don't want a lot. I just want this one thing." Okay. So let's just say that that's your goal. Okay, your one thing, whether it's to heal a relationship, maybe it's to heal something in your body, maybe you have cancer and you want to heal that one aspect of yourself. And it seems so monumental, and it is, okay? But it's understanding that the challenge that you're experiencing is because you've become unbalanced, okay? That's what healing is, right? Healing is restoring balance within your mind, your body, and your cells, not your soul. Your soul is already balanced. Your soul never comes out of balance. And that's the thing is if you're out of balance, you've stopped listening to your soul. You've stopped listening to your instincts and you've stopped participating in a way that allows you to remain in balance. And we do this in a number of ways, right? The most common ways we see are through addiction. And I will tell you that 99% of the planet is addicted to something. Okay. Yes, drugs and alcohol are addictive substances, but so is coffee. So is sugar. Sugar is the number one addictive substance on the planet, and it's legal. And In my opinion, it shouldn't be, but that's because that's the number one poison in humanity to the physical body. Now, what I'm and that's a whole part of it is recognition that it's your beliefs that have to change and expand in order for you to rebalance. So heal, right? If you're not willing to see where you're participating in being unbalanced, the restructuring and the restoring of balance will never happen. Okay. So when you hear incredible miracles of healing in whether it's in relationships, whether it's in physical health, whether it's in emotional health, it's because that person chose to see who they were being and how they were participating to bring themselves out of balance, out of alignment with who they are. And they chose to do life differently. They chose in spite of the judgments, in spite of the challenges, and in spite of the absolute discomfort of most of the time, no one in your space is going to get it. Why? Because all the people in your space are supporting the imbalance. Okay? That's what we do. We create a life that supports our dreams and goals. And a lot of the time, we don't realize that our dreams and goals are actually misaligned. That's why I'm asking you today. I want you to feel into your vision of what healed looks like. Okay? And where most people get it wrong is they don't want to see their participation in how they got into that uncomfortable, unhealed, right? Sick and discomfort position in the first place, right? Humans are really good at wanting to blame other people, blame the system, blame someone else for putting him in the position that they ultimately created for themselves. Okay. And on a bigger picture, on a bigger level, universal picture right now, that's what's going on. So 2024 is the year of purity. Okay. And purity is about communication. It's about how we communicate with ourselves first. It doesn't, you have to restore in yourself before you can share anything out into the world. And so when you're in a state of learning to communicate better with yourself, you have to see all the places where you're lying to yourself in order to create balance. Okay? Remember, balance is healing. Restoring balance is healing. Healed is in alignment with who you are and who you're meant to be. When you're in that vibration, okay, of healing, of fully complete, right? You're in a state of higher vibration. You have full awareness of yourself. You have full awareness of who you are, why you exist, why you're in this particular life, what you're meant to be doing in this life. And you also have the awareness of how to fulfill your reason for being in every moment. Okay. Now, this is not a job description. It doesn't just come out of, a printer somewhere in the sky that says, oh, here you go. Here's all the things you have to do today. That's not how it works. It's about participation. And every single time you take action, you participate, the next step is revealed. Getting out of bed every morning, first step. And then the next step is revealed. But it's being able to pay attention to those signs, to your instincts, to your knowing. And most of us don't. Why? Because we have a to-do list that's got 150 things on it that we need to get done when we have time for maybe 50 or 30, depending on the day. And we're not equipped to live the life that we're living on this physical side. We're just not equipped. And that's where so much struggle is coming from, but it's also so much of the exhaustion. So I want you to feel deeply into one aspect of yourself that you want healed. Okay. And I want you to look at that aspect first and foremost and feel into your vision. And does your vision, first and foremost, does it relate to needing someone else to take a specific action for you? Or does it relate to healing from something someone did to you? And I'm being very specific here because I want you to understand, okay, that there's reasons that everything happens. I know that there are catastrophic things happening around the world. I've seen them on the inside, and there are things to humans that happen that should never happen to any human beings, okay? And there are bigger purposes and bigger reasons to all of that. And if you have had that experience and you're wondering, okay, where is the bigger picture of this and why would I actually choose this? Reach out and I will absolutely do a one-on-one session with you on the podcast because I think it's really important to start bringing to light just how strong humans are when we allow our soul to shine through, right? Because our sole reason for being here in this life, right? And the last few hundred years and the next few hundred years are about resurrection of humanity. And in order to do that, we need to see where we're failing ourselves. Okay. And there's a lot of humans who are putting themselves in the most uncomfortable positions continuously over and over again in order to reveal what's broken. Okay. So nothing is happening because someone had bad luck. It doesn't work that way. It's happening because of choices that we've made all along. Okay. The healing I want to talk about today specifically is as it relates to your choices in this life where you think you're doing things that are helping you. Okay. My goal is for you to become aware of the things you're doing that aren't actually helping, and that your commitment to them, your level of commitment to those beliefs could potentially drown out your ability to restore balance. Okay. So that means that healing is going to take a long time and it's not going to happen. The number one culprit is people are waiting to be healed to move forward. I can't do anything because I'm not healing. I need more healing. I need more healing. I need to release this. I need to release that. Here's the thing. If something's coming up, allow yourself to feel what it is. Go into the discomfort. Why are you feeling uncomfortable? And it's not about where the discomfort came from. It's how you're interacting with that dynamic that's important because that's the part that you can change. You can't change what other people are doing to you, but what you can change is how you choose to react to it. And that's what's going to change your life. That's what's going to restore you, to heal you. But it's about action. You have to make the changes now so that the next step and the next level and the next layer of healing can unfold for you. It can't unfold if you don't take any action. So when you're sitting waiting for healing, hoping it's going to happen, and I've done a podcast on hope, so I encourage you to go back and listen to that one because it's not helpful. But when you're waiting for healing to happen without taking action, okay, that is just fear leading. That's not healing. No healing is happening. Healing comes from action, from you choosing to participate in your life and in your beliefs, but it's your actions based on your beliefs that need to shift and change. Okay. So I want you to look at your biggest goal right now, the thing in your life that you want to heal the absolute most. Okay. And I want you to become aware of what got you into the position where healing needs to occur. Okay. So what took you out of balance in the first place? Just let the awareness come. Don't use your mind to figure it out. If you're using your mind, you're not going to get the truth, right? That if you already had the truth, you'd be already acting on it and you'd be participating in a different way. So you can't think your way out of this, okay? But your soul and you, right? You have full access to what your soul knows. Your soul knows everything about you and everything about that's ever occurred in the entire universe. So that's what we're asking. We're asking for you to get that awareness so it can wash over you. You'll feel it. And you may not feel it in this moment, but over the next 24 to 48 hours, just notice maybe you're doing the dishes, maybe you're going for a walk, maybe you're in the shower, you're washing your hair. You will have the awareness that your soul wants you to see. And this is the moment, okay? If you go, oh, no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this and it's great. You're never going to heal. You have to be willing to see the thing you're doing that is not, it's literally blocking you from restoring that balance, bringing yourself to a healed state. Okay? If you want to heal a relationship, it's all about you. It isn't about the other person. It is about waiting for the other person to come to terms and to see everything your way. It's taking recognition for the role you have played and deciding how you're going to choose to be different. Okay. This goes back to that same belief of, the creator and, feeling like, why does this happen to me? Right? Why is this happening? And we ask that in a sort of, with exasperation, right? It's acting like someone else is controlling our life and our future and our destiny. But it's not true. And I want you to start to pay attention to how much that belief, even though you may not believe in God, you may not believe in anything, you may be completely atheist and have no higher beliefs whatsoever. But the reality is there is a belief system in you, and it is determining every single one of your actions. What are you going to do about it? Your job is to pay attention and discover if that belief system is supporting your goals for the future or if it's part of your demise. You know, your goals have a lot to do with your belief system. They have everything to do with it. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. But it's recognition that it's your beliefs that determine, right? So, under the guise of religion and the limitations that it's placed on us, that there is judgment in the world, and we will be judged for the life we've led. It's ridiculous. No one's judged. We judge ourselves. And because religion has told us we're going to be judged at the end, so we judge ourselves every single step of the way, hoping we're going to make it through at the end anyways. From a universal perspective, there is no such thing as judgment. And the moment that humans cross over, when they leave this world, there's relief and there's joy, and it's instantly restored because they can see the truth. They see all the illusions they've carried through their whole life, and everything is gone. All their limitations are gone, and their full awareness of self is restored. There's zero struggle. There's just joy. There's joy. And a new level of participation is restored, right? So as you're going through your next week, I want you to envision what your idea of healing, whatever the one thing that's the most important to you is, okay? I want you to hold that vision. And then I want you to ask yourself what you're doing to participate in it. Because if you're waiting for someone else to take action, it's never going to happen. You have to change your goal. Okay. Your goal needs to be based on your actions, but it also needs to be aligned with who you are, right? Humans are self-sustaining. We're also self-healing. So if your goal is based on someone else doing something for you, it's not going to happen, right? I mean, even with my one-on-one clients, what we're doing is restoring their awareness of self. We're not creating a system and a space where they're reliant upon me. The goal is to restore their awareness of self. Okay? Healing is the most powerful thing you can do. It realigns you, okay, with your purpose, with your knowledge, with your awareness of who you are and what you're meant to be doing. Doesn't matter what you're healing. If it's your physical body, if it's your financial situation, if it's your relationships, healing restores your awareness of self and it expands it. And in doing so, you create a bigger source of universal wisdom inside of you. So now, the more universal wisdom you have, the bigger your goals are going to be, the more things you're going to want to do and accomplish because you just became aware of how much more you're capable of that you didn't know about before. That's the whole point of healing. It's a journey and it's going to continue until the last day of your life. So instead of having a vision that is a healing vision that's hard and solid, I want you to ask what the universal vision is for you in that aspect of your life. And then let the universe show you. Let yourself become aware. The universe is always showing you. Your job is to just become aware of it. And it's usually in the form of discomfort. It's, oh, I'm not doing that right. Okay. Instead of, well, I want this and I want it to look like that. That's not how it works. Okay. This is not a bucket list. This is not a visualization or a dream board. Okay. Those things are great to get you beyond where you are in thinking, but how you get to them in having the experience, right, is remembering intention becomes energy becomes experience. So if your intention isn't clean and pure, right? So if you want something, but someone else needs to do this and, or I want it, but I'm going to hope it comes. That's not a clean intention. There's no such thing as hope in the universe. Hope is a mental thought. It's a mental thought process that we've been taught. Healing is restoring your awareness of self. It's restoring your body's ability, your mind's ability, and your awareness of feeling and becoming aware of the bigger picture of the universe. That's how you become something aware that something's off in your body. It's also how you become aware of how it needs to heal, right? So I really want you to, like what they keep showing me over and over again, is look at your vision of what healing is going to look like and start to become aware of where it's off. Because if it's not happening already, and if it hasn't happened, it's because your vision is off. And if your vision is off, your execution of how you get there is also going to be off. So it doesn't matter what action you take, you're not going to reach your goal. So allow yourself to become aware of your biggest vision, right? So when a lot of people will say, well, I want to be healed, I want vibrant health. That's great. But what does that mean for you? Because vibrant health for everyone is going to be different. Vibrant health, it's about your vibration. And then what are you doing to restore that vibration so it becomes vibrant? Are you hoping? Because hope doesn't have a high vibration. Okay. So this week, it's allowing yourself to become aware of what you're doing to participate in your own healing experience and how your expectations of healing are probably blocking you from actually healing. Okay. So let me know what you're working on below and I can help you. I can help you clean up your intentions and align them with your soul and the universal perspective of that aspect of existence. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this conversation, learned something, or received any benefit that you believe will improve your life, subscribe to our channel so I can serve you better by attracting unique guests and starting even bigger conversations. If you know you're meant to change the world, head on over to michellevickers.com, where innovators and thought leaders go for guidance, wisdom, inside information, and support they can trust. Until next time, stay curious.